Aquarius, and welcome back to the Journey of Self. I am your intuitive tarot reader as well as your host, Brandy, and this is a journey. Okay, Aqua is getting crazy in a good way, though. I'm super excited to do your reading this month. As you know, the Aquarius readings have really been resonating with me. But first, I'm going to give my public service announcement that I'm giving to all the signs. As we are in Cancer season, I hear a lot of people saying, oh my gosh, it's going to be crazy. However, me personally, I don't believe that any time is so dark that your inner light, your higher self, cannot work you through. Rest on whatever you believe in, your faith system, your family, your friends. As I've been telling everybody in this season, as the season is going to bring up and illuminate patterns, deep wounds, things from our past, maybe even some depression and melancholy. Look at your friends, your family, pay attention. And if you yourself need something, let someone know, including myself. As I said to the other signs, you can send me an email if you need to talk. When you send me an email, I may respond with something you can do to kind of ease the pain or remove the blockage. Don't feel as though because I'm not responding with a long email that I didn't get it. I understood exactly what you said. You know, I hear you, I feel you, I see you, but I want to get to everyone. I also left some numbers in the description box of this reading because I've just seen a lot of people in their feelings. Even something that I saw in the news the other day, it really disturbed me. And especially because the season can add to the depression. I've left some hotlines for counseling and things of that nature. Guys, reach out to the people that you love. Let them know that you're there. Help them out. I'm not talking about self-sacrificing, but I am saying like genuinely helping other people out. I know a lot of people come to Aquarius for advice. Try and be as compassionate and as in the moment as you can, Aquarius, as we are sometimes known as being cold and detached. I know that's not true. Me being Aqua, my family and my friends that are close to me, they know I'm passionate. I'm passionate, okay? So this season is going to be like a birthing season. So it's not going to always be comfortable, but I'm asking everyone to just take a moment and breathe. Ask yourself, what am I fighting for? What is it that I want? What do I hope to get? If this was to be repeated, would I be okay with hearing it again? Stuff like that. Because what I've seen personally in my own life, I've seen people in their feelings this month. They are complaining, gossiping, with this warlike, rebellious, rage against the machine energy. Also, too, like I said, too, I think Sag, in the last 2 weeks, and I'm not even out of June when I'm recording this, I've seen at least 5 adults get into fights, like fist fights. Now, these seeds that we're planting and this work that we're doing, we're going to reap the benefits of it and start to see it come back around for the next 6 months, even 18 months. So let's do things that we're going to be happy with living in the shadows of. Let's work on manifesting and not tearing things down. All right. The last thing I want to say about the Cancer season is I don't want to see anyone get dragged. This is the reason why I'm making this public service announcement. And I mean that emotionally and psychologically. Anything the universe is trying to, push you to get rid of, anything that you know in the back of your mind is no longer serving you, try and get rid of it. And if the universe, creates a moment, an opportunity for it to leave your life, let it go. Don't try and hold on to it, because this is a rough season because there's a lot of energies that you can't win against. And it makes us feel triggered, want to lash out. When these feelings come up, they're really alarm systems within us. It's up to you to check your systems and the way you're operating. It's not for you to go and lash out to another person. And it's not really about other people this month. It's about self. It's about looking at the way we're operating. So when karma comes around in the next 6 months, as the tax auditor that I like to describe her as, and asks, how are you operating? If you've been doing the right thing, not overindulging yourself in your feelings and spewing venom on other people, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And we will have gotten through Cancer season and planted seeds, and now we're watching them grow. It's simple. It's not complicated at all, okay? So yeah, like I said, it's going to be some emotional processing that is going to go on. And this is going to help us with ultimate manifestation. And when you're feeling saddened and all of these things, don't feel bad. It's just an alarm system letting you see what's not necessarily working for you. Now let me go ahead and I should have done this already, but let me pull the cards that I meditated on for you and we can get right to it. All right, so the first card that I have for you, let's move this out the way. The first card that I have for you is Temple of Carnelian. Okay. Let's see. The second card that I have for you Sorry, guys, bear with me. As I said, I should have done this already because I usually pull my meditation cards back out after I've gathered all my information on my signs. I pull them back out for the actual individual videos, right? I didn't do that this time. Forgive me. All right. These are the 4 cards that came out for you guys. First card being Temple of Carnelian. Divine Destiny came out. Yeah, it's turn up time, Aquarius. Now, I don't know what's running through y'all charts, but I know what's running through mine. And me being the revolutionary that I am already, I've had to really calm it down because in my own personal life, I am rather inspirational and influential, right? And I'm not trying to incite anyone to moves that, as they say in the military, their rank can't handle. So I've been kind of keeping a low profile and not saying much. As I've been saying to people in my life, this is a joke, so take it as it goes. But I say it this way so it will resonate all month. I hope you get a kick out of it so you'll remember it. Masturbation, okay, but letting someone bait you, never okay. That's something I've been seeing this month, bro. Like, I've been seeing people genuinely pick with other people on a level like, ha ha ha, kiki. But at the same time, I've seen those people like that are being picked with, they're kind of like getting their feelings hurt. So if you're finding this energy in your life where people are just like kind of picking and pulling and pushing and stomping on your buttons, don't let it be, right? There are going to be some things that really get to you. Especially a good place to find a lot of BS is in the workplace right now because so many different people are drawn together because that's where they make money, not because they necessarily resonate with each other. So be careful at work as well, especially, in places where you're thrown together with people you would not otherwise associate with. Those are going to be, kind of the danger zones of people being able to kind of say something that really takes you off your rocker or takes you out of character. You want to be professional at work, right? You don't want to be looking for a job in the next 6 months. Holla. Just saying. First card out, Divine Destiny. This is about summoning more of yourself to the cause. Summoning your inner warrior. This is also about surrendering to the divine. A change of perspective, a change of approach, a change in expectation. This is going to be about you being able to pull that wisdom, that focus, that intelligence, that wit about you in order for you to manifest what it is that you want. It's going to help you get on your life path as well. There's a good chance of that. Temple of Carnelian. This card is about finding resources within. It's about trusting your own boldness and your courage. This also could be about changing your path, right? To get to your destiny. 2 cards of destiny so far, right? So you guys can see why I was talking like that. I mean, yeah, summoning your inner warrior, your boldness, your courage. Sounds like you're gearing up for a battle, but what I'm saying really is choose your battles wisely this month. Choose your battles wisely, very wisely. As a matter of fact, I would advise that if you can avoid battling this month at all, do that. Do that. Because just as strong as you may feel like you coming, somebody else is coming that strong or even stronger or even more undeveloped, unevolved, and on a very low vibration. Just saying. Masturbation, okay, but being baited by someone, never okay. Just saying. Don't let someone dangle a carrot in front of you of war or something to kind of knock you off of your game or get you out of the top spot. Because there's a sense here that you guys are finding your place. And when you're finding your place, everything else kind of falls into place. So in other words, you look like you're having a great time, and you are, right? That sometimes when you're free, it triggers something in others, especially when they're not as free as they would like to be or as free as they could be. It triggers something in them. The next card is about divine sisterhood. All right. Now, this card is about finding balance between divine masculine and divine feminine. I find this very interesting because when you're creating and you're having, that empress or that high priestess energy in reference to creation, then you have that divine masculine energy, which will protect that and give you discernment. In other words, your ability to see what's important and what's not. Draw on that this month, guys. Draw on that discernment and that intuition and that ability to manifest. Okay. This is also about your soul group being drawn to you or you finding your soul community. This could also be about forming bonds and friendships. It's also about boundaries and self-power. Yeah, it's looking real good. These are the gifts from spirit. Welcome. The next card that I have out for you guys is the Scales of Balance. This card is about being a light worker, grounding yourself, and whatever you put your hand to, it's going to grow. So with that being said, once again, just going to reiterate, peace, not war, abundance, not loss. The next cards that came out for you guys, 3 very powerful cards. Let's see. I wrote it down in my notes. Where are we? Okay. You have Awakening. This card has come out for you. Very powerful card. Okay. The next card that you guys have is, let's see. Courage. We just talked about that. So as you guys can see, there's definitely a theme. Courage. For those of you that have an ancestor that you really kind of look up to, look back on, and someone who gave you a lot of wisdom, this is going to be a maternal figure, a woman. This also came up for Sag. This person wants you to know that they are still with you and they have given you the wisdom that you need to weather the storm and to get through anything and to make it to where you're going. A lot of people may be aware of this. Some people may not. In this particular time, a lot of people are having their DNA activated and awakened in them, and they're actually beginning to find their roots. I was talking to a friend the other day who was telling me that someone at work was talking to her mom. Also, she was thinking about getting, back to her ancestral and back to old practices of her history, of her ancestral line. And then she said her mom came home and her mom told her that someone else had said that to her. I know for me, that's very big. My gifts are definitely passed down through generations. Okay, so the last card that I have for you guys is Revelation. All right, I'm looking for it now. While I look for it, let's talk about the Awakening card. This card is about a truth that may have been hidden from you for your own good, right? Or at least that's what someone thought. They thought they were protecting you from something. However, whatever this truth is, it's held you maybe into some type of agreement, some type of let me grab the book for this one. Because as I look at my notes, I said in my notes, read this to them because it's that important. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read it to you. All right, so Awakening. When this card comes to you, you will learn that someone has tried to protect you from a harsh truth by keeping information that is vital from you. There is no escape from the dilemma you have inherited, but you will be able in time to find a way through the challenges. And you will not be alone. You will never be abandoned. You will be awakened to the truth. And when you wake up, so will all others around you who wish to protect you, but in truth only made you more vulnerable. This is about a curse that shall be broken. This is about time that will lead to an awakening. It's about the forest protecting you, sins of your parents, inherent guilt, generational patterns being activated, ignorance of consequences, and willfully hiding the truth. I believe it was maybe Aries or Leo who got that card last month, right? Very powerful card. So, that being said, that's the Awakening card. And the other card is Courage, which is about facing your fears. The greatest light is shown in darkness. This is also about ancestral wisdom, right? We talked about that. This is also, too, about maybe being separated from family and friends, the pack, but in a good way, and new beginnings. So have courage. This is what you're going to need the courage for, because you might actually break out into your own thing, and you're going to need to go it alone. The last card that I have for you guys is Revelation. And while I cannot find that card to show it to you, I got the book, so I can read it to you. No problem. When this card comes to you, you will be able to be free of a burden that you have carried, and any bullying or unkindness will soon be at an end. In time, this is how it goes. Eventually, truth is unearthed, and it is the simple things that can show you the truth. So trust in your instinctual wisdom and the language of the natural ones, the flowers and the bees, as they speak in this tale, tell the truth about a murder of injustice or any kind of family abuse or misuse of power, and bring hope back to those who had lost it. Nature holds the truth revealed after a long time hidden. What is suppressed rises to the surface. Belated justice, past evil, is now recognized. An abusive person is found out. Listen, Aqua, could I talk to y'all for a minute? This is another reason why you need to keep your hands at your side, and let me tell you why. I'm going to share something personal with y'all. Now, me personally, I'm an Aquarius, so I'll see something that everybody else sees and have a whole different idea. Not that I'm wrong, right? Very logical. That's not what I mean. But what I'm saying is I'll see it in a whole different light, in a way that other people didn't. Now, some people like this, some people don't. As I always tell people either love me or hate me. There's no in between. I'm not a person that enters your presence and you have no opinion. Nah, that's not what I bring to the table, right? Secondly, I've had people who have been in some weird way kind of super into me in a negative way. And I'm just like, what the hell is that about? Right? I've always chucked it up to the fire in my chart. As you guys know, that King of Wands energy, where you can be extremely influential. However, it doesn't always have to be a good influence that you have on people. Nothing wrong with the spread, guys, but I gotta shuffle these cards. You know what? I probably shouldn't have did that, because I definitely shuffled all my cards several times, but that reading freaked me out. That freaked me out, because you cannot have the same cards as another reading, like exact. Okay, maybe you can. Let me shuffle those cards again, okay? Hold on. If it's meant to be, it'll be. But I want y'all to see me shuffle them. Like, seriously? That freaked me out. Anyway, so what I was saying was, this one particular person that really hated me, this person has hated me for years. And back to that ancestral wisdom, my aunt, who has now passed away, when I told her what this person was doing, she tapped me on my knee and told me, listen, just wait. She tapped me on my knee so calm, I was annoyed. Actually, I'm going to be honest. What I had just told her that this person did, I felt as though she didn't understand the severity of it, or she didn't understand how hurt I was by it. That hurt me more. And like, I think I was brought to tears, right? Like, seriously, she tapped me on my knee with the gentlest, don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. And it annoyed me. Like, her calm brought me to great annoyance and even tears, right? It's been almost, I'm going to be honest with y'all, it's been almost maybe 10 years since that happened. And this person is still super obsessed with me and constantly tries to run my reputation into the ground in ways that are unimaginable. Like, people who hear it don't even believe it. But let me tell you, just recently, 2 people told me, because they heard something, and they said, listen, has this person ever tried to do anything to you? Because they seemed a little obsessed. Now, I know that it's a weird fixation this person has with me, but I'm not going to tell anybody that, because that just makes you sound cocky. Like, oh, they're obsessed. That's why. Like, yeah, I'm so great that they just fucking can't stop thinking about me. It makes you sound cocky, right? Sometimes the truth is so crazy that when you say it out loud, most people won't believe you, right? So I abstain from saying anything. That aunt was very influential in my life and has now passed, right? So it's funny that that card of maternal ancestral wisdom comes back up. I swear to God to you, it was just yesterday that I was in this person's presence, and everything that I ever thought about this person was shown to everybody around me. I swear to you, I shit you not. Like, seriously. Like, I think this person got into 2 fights in that very same day. I personally, being who I am, when my spidey senses start ticking, I leave. So I wasn't there to witness, but I had heard some comments that were said prior to me leaving that I was like, everybody knows who this person is. I kept my hands at my side. Also, maybe last month, somebody else that I worked with was kind of fixated. And this person also, everybody got to see who this person was. And I got to witness that. I'm talking about violence, though. Like, the crap that they tried on me, I kept my hands down. That's not my karma. I wasn't involved in it. But I've seen both of these people, violence ensued as they tried to pull that crap on somebody else. So what I'm saying to you guys is, somebody may seem like they're getting away with something, but just give it some time. Pretend I'm sitting right next to you, tapping you on your knee. Now, listen to what I said from the beginning. I know that tap on your knee might piss you off, might even bring you to tears, because you're going to say you don't know what they did. However, you do. And soon, as the card said, everybody going to know. exactly who this person is. So if that's something that's going on in your life, rock with that, because that came out too many times. Y'all saw me read the cards from the book. That came up too many times, twice in a row. Let's clarify this 8 of Wands, which is the first card out. I feel like there's something that you guys are walking away from on an emotional level and on a level of passion. There's something that you guys may have walked away from. The 8 of Cups has been clarified by the 8 of Cups. I feel as though there was somebody that was in your life that just didn't seem to be hearing you. They may have not appreciated you. And you said, listen, I feel like even you said, like, I'll try one more time. And if this person just doesn't seem to want to hear me, I'm out. And I feel like that's what happened on a emotional and a passionate level. Let's give another card for the 8 of Cups. For some of you, it was kind of a burden to do this, to walk away. And then it helped you reestablish your burdens, right? It helped you reassess and figure out what you're doing, where you're going, what you have. I feel like some of you found a new appreciation, new passion, moving forward in wisdom. Someone got their walking papers or you got yours. Someone else could have walked away. The 2 of Pentacles is also here, which can, yes, be about choices, but I feel like this is about you making decisions every day to bring balance to your life. You trying to find balance, find your rhythm, and stay where you are, or build yourself up. Next card out is the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is always about moving forward with either the experiences or the truths that have been realized. Some of you may be going alone, hence the need for courage. Let's clarify the 6 of Swords. But you're taking the wisdom and the experiences that you've had. You're taking the truths that you've realized. One thing about me, guys, anybody I meet once, I meet twice. So I'm careful how I treat people. And I'm sure that if I met somebody and they wronged me, I'll meet them again. They probably won't like it when I meet them, but I'm going to meet them again. Ace of Swords has clarified the 6 of Swords. What did I say, guys? What do I always say when I see the Ace of Swords? This sword is being forged in this card. So it's only going to grow sharper and intensify in nature. It is a sword being forged. Plus, the blacksmith is going to have to heat this sword up repeatedly and pound it in order for it to become as sharp as it will be. A sword. But also, it is this truth that is going to, oh my God, your reading is so on point. The cards, I pretty much didn't have to do anything after I gave the original cards, the blockages, the gifts from spirit, and then the story. I didn't have to say anything else. Now, moving forward, right, with this new truth, this new realization, and you may have to do it alone. I said that, right? Well, here we have the Ace of Swords. That's the truth that's going to catapult you into this movement, right? What did the card say? Pulling away from the pack. But don't worry about it. No one's going to be able to stand in your way because, wow. I was going to say something else as this card flew out. No one's going to be able to stand in your way. There may be some obstacles along the way, but they're not going to be, I don't think they're necessarily going to be people. This is a journey. If you look in the corner here, let me get my wand. If you look in the corner here, this is a journey you may have to go it alone. This is always me. When I see this card, I always think of a journey or a trek, right? A trek through the snow, right? A journey. The snake being the obstacle. There may be some obstacles, but you will ultimately get what you want and find contentment. There are some emotional decisions that are going to be made. There will be inspiration, and the inspiration will come through experiences and the truth. Let's clarify the Empress. Yep. The Empress has been clarified by the Six of Swords. The best way to change any situation is to change self, getting your demons in check, getting the things that no longer serve you cut out of your life, right? Moving forward, but also creating boundaries. This man has this figure in boundaries and also cutting out things that are no longer serving you. This person in the top is getting surgery, correct? So boundaries. I think that was one of the cards as well. Boundaries are super important. You're moving into a fertile period. Remember, the Empress is also depicted as a pregnant woman. Now, we know pregnant women are very cautious because they're protecting something that is to grow. So it's very important this month to display boundaries and to be careful. Be careful, like a pregnant woman. Didn't I say this is a birthing process? In the middle of your reading, you have the Empress. Knight of Cups. I think you guys are just truly enjoying yourselves. Your intuition, your sixth sense, I think is on fleek right now. Like, you guys, fresh emotions. I think you guys are very empathic, right? Like I said, my spidey senses started tingling. And I'm a person, I don't like to see people, get hurt. So when my spidey senses started tingling, it was time for me to get on my rabbit, create some boundaries, and move along. I didn't stay around to watch the fight, guys. I'm going to be real with y'all. In the last, like I said in the beginning of this, in the last 2 weeks, at least 5 people, adults. Excuse me, guys. What the hell? Okay. At least 5 adults I've witnessed get into their feelings. I feel like it's going to be important, you guys. If this Knight of Cups is not your energy, we're going to clarify it. This is something to be careful of. And this may be why the Six of Cups has come out. This Knight of Cups, if it's your energy, then you can have some surprising talents. You might be, lost in thought, though. Some people may be experiencing maybe feelings of wanting to isolate, experiment with emotions. This also can talk about giving support or receiving support, right? But we're going to clarify this energy. But this 10 of Pentacles is definitely your energy. This is about you moving forward with boundaries, moving forward with your experiences, moving forward with your truths in order to get to your legacy, your divine path, whatever that means to you, whatever your 10 of Pentacles looks like. Now, 10s are always about completion. It's always about, wrapping up loose ends as well as mastery. But then there's often a cycle of unlearned lessons coming back up. So now that we're in a retrograde, anybody from your past that you had previously dismissed, if they come back up and you're interested, right? Ask yourself why. What did you know before when you sent them on their way that you may have forgotten, or something you didn't actually learn fully? Ask yourself. You don't have to necessarily experience it to learn the lesson. You can learn. Smart people learn from other people's experiences or from their past. The Chariot. Whew. Gosh, this is beautiful. You guys are moving forward in duality. The Chariot is always about dualities moving together, and it's always about the sun and the moon. The counterparts to the sun and the moon is the star. He's moving. Let's look at these cards carefully. He's moving under the stars with duality in front of him, forward to progress, right? Also, too, in the original Rider-Waite, the sun and the moon are present as well, right? But the star card is here. And whenever I see this card, I always talk about dualities, seeing it for what it is. It is what it is, and accepting it and going for what you want. Vulnerability as well, right? Healing as well. Then we got the Three of Cups. I didn't even see this card before, but we're going to talk about it. This is about maybe pining over the past or someone from the past. This could also talk about celebrations, right? But I feel like it's about looking backwards. Not saying you're going, but looking a little bit backwards. But then we have here the Judgment card. And this card is about making a decision that brings renewal to your life. It's about answering the call, right? It's about answering the call. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles. This could be about seeing something get off the ground, seeing something, I almost want to say take shape, although this is not my Three of Pentacles card, but yeah, seeing something get off the ground, working hard. This could also be starting something new. If you guys are working on a business, this is also about incorporating a business maybe. But this is also about new perspective. If someone from your past, the Three of Cups, in this card I often say pining over someone from your past, right? We see moving in a new direction, getting something off the ground, right? But the Judgment card here, this could be about, like I said, final decision, incorporating your business. I often see this card too as a resurrection, right, of something and making peace. Not that you're going to go back, but maybe old people come back from your past and you finalize not just to them, but you finalize in your own heart. Why? And reconciling your own heart. Why you don't want to move in that direction. Now, the Knight of Swords is here. The Knight of Swords can be a great ally. However, if this is not an ally, this could be about being a little bit overconfident and bad timing. I feel as though this Knight of Sword energy may have you stuck in your head. It may have you stuck in your head. And I also, too, there's a sense that the Knight of Swords is charging that way, right? Where you just came from. Because you got the Eight of Cups moving in this direction, right? You got the Chariot moving forward. You got the Six of Swords as well. I'm not going to pull that one out. And then you have, let me move this stuff over, guys. It's a little messy. Please excuse me. But hey. Then you got the Knight of Swords charging. And there could be someone that may want to help you, but make sure that the help is genuine and there's some truths that are yet to be revealed. Whenever I see the Nine of Swords, this is about, well, let's look at the swords and where they're placed, because I feel like that's significant in this card. We'll get to that card in a second. He has two swords in his hand, which means that he's ready to apply them, use them, whatever. He has two other swords that he's laid down, something that has been realized. This truth has already been applied, done with. But then he has other truths or other swords in the sheaths yet to be used, yet to be utilized and taken out or realized, right? So you may want to move forward, but if there's something that is still giving you pause or making you kind of go back and forth in your head, this being Cancer season, let's sit with it, right? Let's sit with it for a second and figure out why this thing is what it is. Then we have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands being what it is an ace. So it's always going to be about a new, right? This could be about a new creation, a new opportunity. The aces always go back to the Magician. Inception of, right? So when you get that new thought, and it being a wand, this thought is going to take some work, because the wand is present, to actually make it come to fruition. So I'm getting the sense that while this opportunity is good, it's golden. I'm not saying don't take it. I'm saying make sure you do all your work that you have to do, and the movement will happen on its own. Because when we manifest or move on to something better, we have to use all the energies. And here we have the 8 of Swords pop out, which talks about, once again, working hard but being stuck in your head, trying to slay a beast of some sort, which may not even be real. You may be overthinking this thing or moving too fast, which is causing your own obstacle, right? The Wheel is present, which does talk about the mastery, because I think I talked about that before, right? With the 10, which does talk about the mastery, but it also talks about some old things coming up from the past that haven't been learned yet, that have to be relearned. It's not only about wrapping up old cycles, but it's about beginning new ones. So yeah, the work has been done in certain ways to get you to this point, but there's still work to be done here with the Ace of Wands. Inspired still, yes, completely. Gung-ho, ready to go. However, there's still work to be done. And then we have the 2 of Swords, which is a stalemate. There are some things, aspects of oneself, that have to be put together in order to move forward in success. Aiming and shooting at something in the distance. That's also the Star, right? The Star is often too about patience. Something that could be far off. Yes, this thing could bring you endless cups, correct. Endless joy, right. A wish fulfilled. However, there could be some patience that has to be shown. I mean, when we have the Knight of Swords, we know that he can move a little bit fast, a little bit hard. You'll know when it's time to go hard, because this energy will pick up on its own, right? When you manifest something or create something, it takes on a life of its own, right? With this Empress energy, let's think of it like a baby. You hold this baby until it can walk, and then it walks. You won't have to ask, are you ready to walk? The baby will walk, correct? Same thing with this opportunity. Whatever this is, it's looking real good. I like it. However, don't move too fast, okay? Let go. Once you've let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all emotional constraints that have held you back in the past. Trust in the higher good and the guidance of spirit, as we all have your best interests at heart and will do anything in our power to protect you. All right, that's that card. Now, let's get another card. Cleanse. The Strength card did come out for you guys. And no, not the Strength card. The Judgment card did come out for you guys, right? Cleanse is the next card out. Judgment is also about cleansing, making amends, making peace, making a reconciliation. Not to get together. However, it's just to be like, okay, that happened. I'm okay with it. It is well with my soul. And moving on. The 9 of Wands was also present for you guys. And that's also about organizing your affairs, trying to find your way and knowing your way, having peace in your knowledge and knowing your path, knowing your place. Because the 9s are always connected to the Hermit, right? Cleanse. Your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time out for some much needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean your house, and tidy your office, your body also needs care and attention. It is time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. Clean your house, guys. Soak in an Epsom salt bath. If you got your crystals, charge them up. Use them. Cleanse, guys. Juice. Do whatever you need to do to get your mind, body, spirit right. Next card out is light. Imagine yourself being composed of energy and light, because in reality, that's precisely what you are. You are a powerful being and people are attracted to your brilliance. This is a time for you to remember how vibrant you truly are. These two cards were staring at me. So I'm going to read them to you. Earlier disappointments were rehearsals for the great stuff coming your way. Never regret love, no matter how blind. It improved your vision. No matter how foolish, it made you wiser. And no matter how generous, it made you more. Wow. Earlier disappointments were just rehearsals for the great stuff coming your way. You have more options than you realize. It is sure hard to get really angry at someone when you can think of all the reasons you love them. I don't know who that was for, but it was for you. So, okay. That has been your reading, Aquarius. Have a great rest of your day and namaste.